Hi everyone. Uh, I'm sorry, I have a network provider that I can't do anything about. I'm stuck. Okay, so here we are. Can you see my AWS console? Hello guys, can you see my console?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you.
There
So
are four servers
remember,
running.
yes, remember after class on Sunday, after each class, what I do is I stop all servers. Okay, and I'm not using elastic IP address. It means that
Elastic.
all the four servers IP addresses would have changed by the time I start them. Okay. So what's the first thing I have to do? First, my SSH connections to these servers, their IP addresses will change. Of course, I expect that you will know that. If I need to connect to this mobile staging server, the IP address here would have changed. So I'm using the new IP address. That's one. Two, on my Jenkins as well, the IP address that will take me to the Jenkins console, not the old one, is the new one. Okay. Now within Jenkins too, remember we configured an SSH server. The IP address of that server as well would have changed. Okay, which one am I referring to? If you come to manage Jenkins, and then you click on it's coming up, I think it's general. Or system, rather not general. If you click on system, and then we scroll all the way down, then we'll see the SSH server that was configured, which is our staging slash QA server. We also check the IP address at our.
No, sir. Anytime we see those updates, you ignore them, Abi.
No, I don't ignore them. Once I look at it and I see there's no affect any of my plugins, that's when I ignore.
No, I said when you open that place, there's some red
That's
update
what I'm
that comes
saying.
up.
That's what
And
I'm saying.
anytime we
Like
see them, we ignore
I
them, right?
no 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 no. I said I look through if any of the plugins that I need
Oh,
is
you
not
need, okay, it's
listed.
there. Okay, okay,
I just move on.
okay, okay,
Okay.
okay.
So that we don't use that to kill time in class. So this IP address here will have to change. Then of course, again, if you come to the staging server, let me clear and VI host file. You know that the IP address here as well, you have to update them to the new one. So you see that all this trouble is plenty. That's why I normally use Elastic IP address. Okay. But now that the dollar to naira is about 1,730. You want to be careful how you blow the dollars you have. Yeah. Of course, in production, everybody
Well,
suggests
why can't we use private IP address?
the private IP address does
So
not
that one
work
does not
for
change.
SSH.
Oh, I see.
It doesn't work for SSH. Okay. Of course, it will work if your connection is within the network. You know what I mean? If you when if you want
within the
to,
VPC.
beautiful, it is within the VPC, you can use your private IP address. So I can have a Bastion host in a VPC, and I can have an EC2 infrastructure that does not even have IP address at all. Does not have, either it is dynamic or elastic, does not have. So how do I go to the back end of such a EC2 to configure or install services? I use Bastion
Bastion host
with a
communicating
private
network
IP address.
with the local network.
Yes. So, but these are intercommunications. This is interconnection from outside of a server to, you know.
Mm.
So, what else? Let's build once and let's see if everything is good. If everything is good, we will now come and set up our Jenkins trigger. Okay, so in our last class, we were able to set up production servers, and I remember I gave us assignments that we should have one server per Linux distro. Especially, I listed 4: Amazon Linux, Debian, Red Hat, and so I expect that you will have 4 servers within your host file. Okay. I hope that's what you did. Okay, so let's build now to see if everything is good. We'll now go ahead and set up trigger. Okay, so we have a problem at hand. Let's begin to troubleshoot. It is unstable. So let's start with our staging server. This list. So yes, the web app made it to this place. Our production servers. But let's even see if we can get a feedback from a Jenkins, but at this level, I know it is only pipeline build that used to give you error message, but this one will just tell you could not complete post build action, which is a very poor one. Okay. Let's see the console output. We're just waiting for the console output to return. So we can begin to think about it. What are the things that could give us that is unstable? Exec, connecting with staging, SSH complete, disconnecting, exception when publishing, exception error. These are not same build artifact over SSH. Change field results. Okay, so this is, if you look at the time, it correlates with the time we have. So we know that our artifact got here. Okay. Then our host file also go here. If you look at the, oh no, this is not our, this is our host file. Can we SSH into the, or let's build let's publish this manually to confirm everything is good. You see, that's the problem. Are you getting what's happening here? The SSH connection is the trouble.
Maybe we change the IP later.
Of course, the IP addresses has changed. You know, the IP addresses have changed. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Let's cancel this. So let's SSH into those servers using the IP addresses first. Let's start with this one. SSH Ubuntu at. We copy the IP address. I mean, you can save yourself this stress. All you need to do is to use elastic IP address on your servers. But don't forget, no. Okay, so that's successful. You exit, and then we try with the second one. Again, we are in. Okay, so can we do this manually again? Play our Ansible. That works. That works. That works. Successful. Worked. Okay, so that's if you are if you are just testing something, guys, if you are just testing something, okay, and okay, let's say within your host file, you have about 5 servers, but you just want to quickly test something with just one of the server within the host file, okay, what you can do is you run this command and you use the extension limit to this guy. You copy that.
Yes.
So what you are saying is, even though this manifests under the host, it has all. I only want you to limit this deployment to just this one. Just this one. So instead of deploying to all the servers you have within your host file, you see that it's just doing only for what? Only for one. Do you see that? Okay, so since that has worked manually, can we now build here to confirm things? Okay, so we build now.
I have a question.
The build was successful. Good. So go ahead with your question, sir.
Yes, I was trying to. This is just like a surprise because you didn't do much. Why did Jenkins detect it the first time that everything is okay? How you got wrong manually check it by SSH manually first before you now process it.
Mm.
It's automation. Why did they sense it? I was supposed to
So
run a pin command first
the part of
to
Jenkins
that
that
is
would
maybe
detect
is
it
seeing them before.
is if you are using Jenkins file to run your pipeline. We are just doing a freestyle project. Do you copy?
Oh, okay.
We're just doing a freestyle project. If we use pipeline,
Yeah.
Jenkins is able to generate for us error messages, specific error message. Okay. And that is why I had to be showing us how to do it manually and how to automate it. So you can check at each
Manually.
stage what's happening. You see, when I saw that it was unstable, I came to the staging server
Unstable, yeah.
and I run list to confirm,
To
was
check
it
if
able
database
to send this artifact? How do I know? I use the date
list.
and the timestamp. So I know that whatever happened up to a sent artifact, everything is good. So I started troubleshooting from that point on. Did you get? And that's why I have to now manually run this.
From that point, okay, done. Okay.
Okay. Any other question? Okay, so this is what I'm saying now. You see that every time the developers give us a nudge that they have made a change to the source code, which is this guy, okay, we have to come here and click build for the change to effect. Are you with me? Hello, everyone. Is it making sense? Hello.
Yeah, with you.
Yeah, yes, can hear you.
So let's just do something. Let's assume we are the developer now. Okay. Can you hear me, everybody?
Yes.
Okay. So let's assume we are the developer now. I'll cd into web app, cd into source, cd into main, cd into web app again. Okay. Then vi style css. Okay. Let's change the pattern to header one color. What color do I want to change? I didn't even have the background color code. Let me just escape here. Okay. Let me VI the script. Okay. Hello. Welcome to mobile DevOps app. Okay. That's all I want to do. Let's say these are the changes that the developers have made. And then what did they do next? They push it to okay. Git commits flag m updates script that's JSS. Okay, then we say git push flag u origin master, run technologies. Okay. Then we decide to so now there is a successful push to our remote repo. Okay, so they have informed us that, okay, developers, you see those complaints that you are getting from customers, we have effected the change and we've pushed it to remote. So you guys go ahead and release. Okay, so all we need to do is just to check change they said they have done. If everything is good, this is not our remote repo. This is our remote repo. Okay, update to the GSS 1 minute ago. If the change they said they have done is fine, we've tested it on what's it called? On another branch. So we now come here and what?
Thank you.
And build now. Okay. And so what we're now saying is instead of us having to be the one to come and build now, we can set up a what's it called now? A trigger. You can have a trigger. What will the trigger do? Once there is a successful push to our remote repo, it will trigger Jenkins to build. Okay. It will trigger Jenkins to build. Let me come here. Creative. Okay, look at the 18th build successful. Okay, so if I say done, and you see it's no longer personalized greeting app. It's now welcome to mobile DevOps app. All right. So what I'm now saying is let's set up the automation that we will not be the one that will come here to be clicking build by ourselves. Okay. And how do we do that? We return to Jenkins dashboard. Okay. Manage Jenkins. Then we come to configure system. Okay. As we are going down, I want to show you something. Look at this IP address. This is no longer the correct one. This is the correct one. So copy this and replace this. Okay. Then apply first. Then you cannot go ahead with what you want to do. If they are using Elastic IP address, I hope you know that that one will not change. It will still be the same thing. Okay. So you are coming to GitHub. Okay. You click on Advanced, and then you check Specify another hook URL for GitHub configuration. So if you check this, look at this IP address. But again, do you see that it is not carrying the recent one? That's because after I applied, I'm supposed to save. If I had saved, they have changed it. This is the IP address of the first time ever that we try to set up Jenkins. So you ensure you edit this as well. Okay. And apply. So you copy all of this. This is the hook URL for what? GitHub configuration. Okay. After you've copied all of this, you go to your remote repo on your collaboration platform. In our case, it is our GitHub. It could be GitLab, it could be Bitbucket, but we are using GitHub. Okay. On the remote repo, you click on settings of the remote repo, not settings of your entire GitHub, the settings of your specific repository. Look at webhooks. You click on webhook. There's none existing here. You click add webhook. Okay. See where you have payload URL. You paste the URL of that one. Okay. And then there's no need for secret key. Which event would you like to trigger this webhook? Just the push event. Or send me everything that happens. Okay. Or you might want to select it will now list for you. Okay. So all of this you'll be notified when any of these things would happens rather. But in our case, just the what? The push event. Then you add. Okay. So let's go to our project Angela. Mr. Angela in class? Not sure. Okay. We are the 18th build, so let's now go and make let's go push something bi index.jsp. Okay. Welcome to mobile DevOps app. Okay, just that is enough. And what do we do? Right click to bank. What do? We add all. Git add all. Then we commit. So we edited .jsp, index.jsp. Then we want to push. Technologies. Okay, so a successful push. Now let's wait. Was the push successful? Yes. The 19th build start. Not yet. Let me refresh so we can confirm. It was not triggered. Let's check. 3877234880. 3877234880. Okay. Can we confirm? Let's go to manage Jenkins. Let's go confirm that URL. Maybe that's in effect. B 877234880. 3877234880. That's correct. Then let's check our GitHub. Specify URL 387724. Let me copy this. Edit. So we have here. Yes. Save. By default, we verify SSL certificate when delivering payload. We do not have SSL, but let's update first. Okay. Let's save this as well. Okay, so let's go to our code. Instead of doing it from our, which we can do, but let's try to save time and do it from here. Okay, so let's do an edit here. Let's edit read name. Edit this file.
I have a question, please.
Go ahead.
Did we start before 7?
No.
Okay.
Time have changed.
Okay.
Oh,
The reason I was
Time have changed. The same thing that is affecting me. I was wondering as well.
sorry, you're not aware. Oh, sorry. I already adjusted my own. I have.
so what's the new time?
It's still the same time. You just have to join the class an hour before the time you used.
An hour before?
Yes.
I guess I'm trying to figure out like when do we start, because if we say we're starting by 7, I actually plan towards that, and I don't join before, except I'm not doing anything.
We
But my goal is to be
started at 7 W80.
okay.
That's the normal time we've always started.
Okay.
Yeah.
So because I joined like, let me say, like 2 minutes later, and you guys have done a lot. I saw a lot of changes was already made to
Yeah,
the
that's why I said you have to join an hour before now. So there won't be class tomorrow.
So you check what what time is in US.
W80 is, I mean, is West African time. I know that. I'm
Yeah,
saying like
GMT
so
plus 1.
correct. So that's like, it's supposed to be 1 p.m. for me. So I kind of like work towards that. But if you say join before 1 hour,
Okay, if it's 1 p.m. for you, then join at 1 p.m. So what we'll do when we start DevOps 2 is that an hour to class, I will hint everybody so you can synchronize.
but will actual lessons start at that 1 hour before, or actual lessons will start at the normal
It
time?
does not now matter when it starts. What I'm saying is when it is about 1 hour to start of class, it
Okay.
doesn't matter if you're on CST or EST. I'll just say
Mhm.
class starting 1 hour from now.
Okay.
So 1 hour from now
So
is 1 hour from now, wherever you are.
okay. So that means that if we get on the because I wasn't in class the last class I was on Sunday.
Okay.
So I wasn't in the last class, and so what I did was I watched.
Hello.
Sorry, I was trying to take care of my situation here. So what I'm saying is 1 hour before class. I mean, that's fine. I mean, but that's an optional time to join, right? You don't have to, right? Because I'm trying to figure out like when the class actually starts. When I watched the video, I saw the next thing was to make sure that we are able to automate the process so we don't have to go into Jenkins and hit build now every single time, right? So I was
That's
looking forward
correct.
to that actual task. But when I joined, which is like around 101, I saw that you've made some updates to GitHub repository, and you've done some things on the Jenkins side as well. Um, and so I was just trying to figure out like when did the class start? If it started at 1, there's no way that you could have done all that in 1 minute or 2 minutes.
Of course, yeah. The class started at.
So
But one thing is, West Africa time has not changed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just want to know what the new time. I mean, if the time is the
Do
same.
the same time.
Okay.
Henry, the
It is
time
your
still
own
remains
time
7
that has
7
changed.
p.m. West African time.
I
So you
understand.
just need to do that conversion to
I know.
your own time.
I know what I'm saying. I know when the. Okay. Okay. Just okay. No problem. What I'm saying is I joined. So when the class as the class is the class started. Did the class start like 2 minutes ago, or it started an hour ago?
Now I go.
Okay. Okay then. Okay. So that means that I have to. Okay. That makes sense. That means I'm 1 hour late, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay, so let's test our trigger now. I didn't want to go all the way to let's commit changes. Where's our project? Okay, so nothing happens still. Nothing happens. We expect to see a trigger.
19.
Yes, in fact, 20 because we did the first one. So let's troubleshoot and look at all the processes.
Can you try signing out and
Overall.
signing back in?
Into
Because I've seen,
Jenkins.
yes, I've seen that happen to me before where I kept on clicking build now and nothing was happening. So, but when I signed back in, I was able to get in.
Okay, so let's go to yeah. I want to be sure configure. Ripple July. Okay, so yeah, we're good. Let's see. Okay, we needed to, see, this is what we did not do. Build triggers. Do you see this?
Yeah.
We need to come and check this. Check
GitHub hook trigger.
GitHub trigger.
Yeah.
Okay. So that it will know that this is the project we are referring to. So build trigger, check this, and then say apply and okay, so I haven't done that. Let's edit this. Testing. Let me just put this commit changes. Did we save? Yeah. Still nothing. Let's check again. Did the test GitHub trigger? Build triggers. Okay. Apply and save.
It has worked now.
Yeah, I can
Oh,
see
Yeah,
19. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Okay, so let's check it from here again. What do we edit? Let's edit here and say insert. welcome to, if you see this,
Yeah, successful complete DevOps 1.
okay, if you want that, you see this has successfully
Completed DevOps 1.
completed DevOps 1. Okay,
Good luck. Yeah.
so we say right quit bank. The next we run git add this git commit flag. I should have even done flag A, flag M. Okay,
Yes.
let's say edited index.jsp, then git push. Okay, and then okay, that's not what I wanted to use. Should have been this. Okay. Okay. Remember, we did some commit directly on that place.
Yeah, git pull. Mhm. That's what it's
Okay.
again.
Git status. So we get git for origin.
It's not GSP. Index.
No. What we need to do is we want to ensure our repo is our local repo and our remote repo are on the same page.
Okay.
Okay. So the command is just to merge it.
Yeah.
But pull can do that for git pull origin master. You have divergent branches and need to specify how to reconcile them. You can do so by running one of the following commands before your next pull. Git pull rebase, merge the default strategy, git pull rebase to git pull. You can replace git config with to set a default, blah, 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 blah. No, I just want to, okay. Which of the branch am I at the moment? Clear? Git, sorry. Okay. Git status on branch master. Your branch and origin master have diverged. So git pull to merge the remote branch into my, which one is the remote? Git, git remote flag V. Okay. Connected to the actual one, good. Sorry. Let me. Okay. So we need to get pool origin. Okay. Let's redo it first. Git config pool rebase. Okay. Git status. Now git pool origin. A commit message. New. Okay.
What if you do what if you do a git rebase
Yeah,
and
you've
then you
done
do a
that. So we are
and
now
then you do
about
a
to
git
pull.
push force? Okay.
No, no, no. If you push, it means that you want to, you are not sure of what was done on the remote.
Okay.
Okay. So what should you always do is to what?
Cool.
Cool.
To pull. That's
Okay.
it. Okay. And Control X, save.
But when you pull,
why did this
it's
happen with
supposed to automatically merge with the local repo.
Okay, it happened
Isn't it?
because on both remote and repo, we edited about
Oh,
same file. Okay. So what we do is merge with this. Okay. Then after that, I was supposed to add all, but I didn't add all. All I did was to what? Git pull. Okay. Look at the commands here. Hold on. Look at this. Then git status, then git pull. So before I could pull this, it's asking me to what? To save the changes I've made within here. And that's why he used Nano to do that editing for me. I hope all of you notice when
that was the question I was gonna ask when Atford started talking. I was gonna say, why did they open with Nano by default?
that's the default for Git. Okay. I used Nano and then I saved everything and now we are here. So Git status. So it says your branch is ahead of origin master by 2 commits. I can now what? I can now push to the what? To the branch. Okay, so git push flag
like I'll
you.
confirm if our changes is okay. Our changes we made. I'll confirm it is if it is active.
Look at it here.
Okay.
But we can go ahead. CD web app source main web app, then vi index.jsp. Do you see that? You have
Okay.
successfully
Okay. Okay.
completed
Fine.
DevOps
Okay.
1.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Right quit bank. Git okay. Git push flag you origin master. Okay. That's it. We have a successful push. So we are waiting for 20th build here. So one thing about Jenkins is if the network is not good, okay, it picked the 20th build. Do you see this?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we've completed DevOps 1 by this. I can take questions now. And if you want to share your screen to show me one or two things, please go ahead. Do we have questions?
We're not going to the browser now to check. I know it's okay anyway, but
No problem. Yes, why not? Look at it. Completed
okay, that's
DevOps
fine.
1. Okay. What I actually thought you asked me to do is, since we've made changes to our application on our staging server, we're supposed to what? Commit it and push it to where? To
Go
GitHub.
to GitHub. To GitHub.
Okay.
To
So if we
the
say
image.
commit this, let's change this date. This is going to be 16 at 21.
Is it not supposed to use that current timestamp? Why are you the one editing the timestamp?
Because I'm the
that's
one
a
to
tag.
provide the tag.
Yeah.
This is the
That's a
tag.
tag.
Okay. Because I saw you editing it, so I was wondering.
Yes,
that.
it's the tag. So I'm the one, that's what I use for my own tag.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So if I run Docker images right now, you see, 7 seconds ago. Now I can push it to, don't forget I already signed in here. Docker push the whole of this 16/11/24 _ 21/31. Okay.
What the fuck?
Pushed. Okay. So if we come to Docker Hub, sign in. Okay. So the one of last week and the one of today.
So are you able to tell who pulled from this your Docker repo?
No, since it is public.
Okay,
No,
because I know, but because I pulled from it, I just want to see if you can tell that I pulled from it.
Yeah, I think it showed number of pulled. Last pull 3 days ago. Okay.
Yeah.
Did it work?
Yeah. It did.
So beautiful. I
I was
mean, you're
able to
able
pull it.
to stage it, run it in a container.
Yes.
Okay, that's beautiful. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's because it is public, right? I will
Mhm.
be able to tell if anybody pulled, if I turn it to, if I make it a private repo. So what that means is you will need a clearance before you can be able to pull, you know. But as it is being a public repo, it's not being locked.
I thought the EC2 instances you were creating were Ubuntu distros.
Yes.
Okay.
Any challenge?
No. I saw. Okay, Linux. Okay, yeah, it's still Linux distro. That's why I chose
The
Linux. Okay.
pigeon, right?
Yeah.
This is Linux.
Yeah, that's okay.
This is
That's
general
the
logo for Linux. Either it
that's
is
the Linux Dolphin.
Mm-hmm.
All
So
right.
the distro doesn't matter. It's still gonna show Linux.
Of course, yeah. So if
Mm-hmm.
it is, see what is here? OS.
Ports.
Mm-hmm.
So if it is Windows, it shows you Windows. If it is Mac, if it is
Mm-hmm.
Solaris, if it is any other one, Android. All right. Any other question? Is anybody challenged at any point?
For me, I will have to go through the video of this class to kind of catch up. But up until the last class um where we automated the process and ran the Ansible playbook
Yeah.
command, I was good. I'm good to that point.
Excellent. I'm glad that you even pulled this one. So your answer, how many distros of Linux did you use?
So because of the way that I'm creating I had issues with Red Hat because Red Hat requires that you have an account and do subscriptions and all that kind of stuff because I'm not getting it directly from AWS.
AWS. Oh, really?
So yes, so you have to like have an account, you have to register your operating system so you can get updates. So I couldn't update my I was able to create
What servers are
the
you using? Virtual machine?
yes, I'm using virtual machines, yes.
Which of the hypervisors?
VirtualBox,
Oracle VirtualBox.
correct.
Interesting. Like that.
So that way, because the way I was thinking about it is, I might find myself in an environment where they're not 100% in the cloud just yet, right? Where they are still very big on virtual machines. I want to be able to understand that architecture and how it works in virtual in an on-premise environment first, and then really kind of like consolidate that on the cloud. So, but that's really why I was doing it that way. And also with this one, I don't have to have an elastic IP, right? All I just have to do is to create a network card that shares my
System
local
IP. Yeah.
my that shares my system network card. Yes, so that way
Mm,
I get a private IP address assigned, and
that's beautiful.
it uses my local network card's public IP that I
Right,
get from my
ISP.
ISP.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's
Yes.
kind of that's working for me. So I can create as many instances and I don't have to worry about shutting things down
Yeah.
and
Free,
bringing it back
free,
up and
free
all
the
that kind of
air.
stuff.
What's the
Yeah.
size of your
32
what
gig
what's the property of your host?
machine and laptop.
Um, what I'm creating, let me pull up one of my file because I'm automating the process of creating it. So I'm using Vagrant to automate the creation. So the
Okay.
memory is the memory I'm using for each VM is 1600 1600 megabyte MB.
Okay, that's 1.6 gig.
1.6 gig, yes. And then for the CPUs, I'm using two CPUs.
That's enough.
Yeah, just for demo purposes, right? So,
What's the size of your host? That's what I'm asking. Your
oh,
host memory.
My host machine,
Yes,
it
your
is,
RAM size.
I think it's 32 gigs. Let me check that real quick.
Okay, that's large enough.
Yes, yes.
Because if it is less than that,
Mhm.
I'm unsure you can run 4 servers concurrently, and it will not slow down your machine.
Yeah. Interestingly, no, it doesn't slow down my machine at
Oh,
all.
I thought Linux is kind of like lightweighted compared to what's it called? Windows
That's
servers.
correct. But don't forget, it is still using the resources of your host
Your in
machine.
Your
Yeah,
local device,
So
yeah.
if
yeah.
your host does not have enough resources,
Yes, that is
I
correct.
mean, it doesn't matter how lightweighted it is, it will still collect something. Plus, the RAM size is using is relatively fair, 1.6 gig. So if you take 1.6 gig in 4 places from
Mm-hmm.
32 gig, you
Yeah,
still have a lot of 28 gig
Yeah.
for the host to use, which is still fair,
correct. Correct.
you know.
Yeah.
Because
But
as at the time those VMs are running,
mhm,
those resources are not available for the host
to use
service,
that's correct.
you know. And it also means that he has a very good ISP too.
I don't know about that, but okay.
I mean, I know the difference. I've run a
Mm,
whole production platform, production pipeline from virtual machine before. If you do not have a solid ISP, you
mhm.
will forfeit, just like my little cousin. You will forfeit me. I mean, it will frustrate you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was able to create two Ubuntu servers, one Amazon Linux 2 server.
Okay.
Um and
I know
then
Red Hat they are strict by the way, but if you're able to get
yes.
their mirror whatever on the internet, yeah,
Yeah.
do not connect your VirtualBox to internet. Disconnect it. Disconnect the what's it called now?
NAT.
Yeah,
Not
the NAT or
Hmm.
whatever
internal
internet card
network.
you're using, and try to install it first. Okay, that is if you're able to download their image. Of course, you
Hmm.
know, you first would have downloaded the image of the OS before you're able to go run it on your
Hmm.
VirtualBox. Is that
Yeah.
correct? So if
Yeah.
you're able to download that one first. When you want to install it, we want to run it on a VM,
Hmm.
disconnect a network interface
Okay.
from internet, yeah,
Okay.
and see if that
Yeah, so
works.
yeah, I'll try that. But I mean,
Mhm.
again, in real life, right, in production, in a real corporate environment, I'm not going to be
Mhm.
faced with an issue like this because
Of course, it's paid
it
for
wouldn't
now.
it wouldn't be my headache, you know. So exactly. So
It's paid for, you know.
yeah, yeah. So that's so I was able to do that, and um, but yeah,
But
that's
one thing
so
I would
far I didn't
also
have any
like you
problem.
to do is try and have a tutorial session with your guys. Okay, because there are folks that are listening to us that may be listening to this video. If they are not in class now, they may not even know what an Oracle Virtual Box is.
Okay.
You know, so if possible, you guys should have maybe uh 1 or 30 minutes together. Okay. Now, how you will save time is okay, you already have the virtual machine
Hmm.
images already downloaded.
Hmm.
Because that's what usually take time. I'm not sure if
Yeah.
any one of those images is less than 4 gig.
So the thing with Vagrant, right? So
Yeah,
Vagrant, if you go to the Vagrant site,
yeah.
right? People already have those things. They just have to run the Vagrant init, which is the command that you use to like download what they already have up there, right? So I'm going to put the link in the chat if anyone is interested to just check it out. You don't have to do it right now, but if you have any questions, you can definitely ask. So I have somebody the guy that referred me to this program, to this boot camp, is actually, he was actually doing it the Amazon way, and then he was complaining about the cost of,
Yeah.
the Elastic IP and things like that. So I suggested this,
Mm.
and I said, I mean, if you want to try it, just give it a shot and see where you go from there. So we actually had a session together, and I showed him what how I'm doing it. I'm going to
That's
put the link.
interesting.
Yeah, I'll just put the link in there. But
Mm-hmm.
again, the reason why I'm hesitating to like talk much about it is because I don't want anyone to not focus on cloud, because the whole idea of this bootcamp is cloud, right? And so if I'm projecting or if I'm saying these things, is like maybe it's kind of distracting, right? So in case if anyone is interested, obviously I can have that conversation with them.
Uh,
But if you want to stick to the cloud, that's also fine too, right? So
So
that's why
really,
I'm not gonna, yeah.
in past year, I used to teach uh hypervisors.
Okay.
Okay. But I've now realized that most people come to boot camp with 8 gig memory laptop.
Mm-hmm.
Like
If
my
you
own, yeah.
by the time they launch 1 or 2 virtual machines, their host is complaining. They can't even do any other thing.
That's all.
It will
Yeah.
be it will be slowing down terribly,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
same issue I'm experiencing currently because I have about 4 Windows 2022 Microsoft servers on my VirtualBox. So
No, Windows is even
like,
worse.
I'm using it for RAID, and I'm also using the other two for
What RAID
what's it called?
card are you using?
Now I'm using
10
my sister.
RAID what?
Is
So
RAID
what's the
RAID 1, so there's RAID 5, so I'm just using the RAID 1. So there's some practical work I'm just testing in regards to
okay?
school stuff that I'm doing. So why the other one I'm using it for like IIS, that's web
Yeah,
server.
your
So
server.
of which my system is lagging. So I'm even
No.
thinking of dropping the system
Are you
and getting.
married?
No, I'm not.
Okay, you're having the first shot at patience in life. Windows will teach you patience. The next thing that will teach you patience is your wife. But Windows, no, I ditched it outright. I stopped teaching web administration, Windows Server Administration,
Yeah,
ADDC, you know,
yeah.
to
DACP and the rest.
my brother to get VirtualBox to run Windows Server. I'm going to class in 2020 year of COVID. I'm going to class and I'm holding special prayer session. God, let at some point, the moment the school asks me for a feedback, I just told them, can we just ditch web, Windows administration? He said,
Yeah.
I give them reason, and they gave it a nod like this. I was so happy that I'm not teaching Windows again. Okay. That's not to say people that want special crash classes, I'll tell them beforehand, this is what you are getting. No. First,
System specifications.
exactly. I mean, that's why I was asking
Henry.
Henry, what's your host memory?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
32 gig is enough for you to flaunt and to
Spec,
show
yeah.
off,
It's spec.
you know? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and God help him if he's using SSD instead of HDD, you know? That's another whatever. If his the storage is SSD, it will glide easily with Windows, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I want to get something done. I could have used a command. Windows will open 5 windows for me. I would draw
Yeah.
down, I will expand, I will no. I just got tired, you know. And so how do you now tell
Yeah.
someone who has managed to pay for boot camp? You now have to tell the person you need to upgrade your RAM size. So this your 4 gig. Some people are coming to class with 4 gig and 256 gig HDD with Pentium, whatever I don't know. Not
Yeah.
even call anything. I mean, by the time one virtual machine, before it's even installed, by the time you install, by the time you want to start it, they're just tired. They're
So
just tired.
I think what can be done in that situation is if there's like a test environment, right, that can be created, like a
Like
dev
a
environment that can be,
sandbox.
like a sandbox for each participant. It's going to be very expensive. I know that,
God
but
bless you. We're
yeah.
considering
So
cost too,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know. I mean, we have actually at some point tested some sandbox. I wanted to incorporate it into moveandtechnologies.com, but where we saw the charges. I
yeah.
mean,
It's going to be really expensive.
it
But
is.
but but also having an elastic IP. I mean, there's a way around it, but having an elastic IP is not cheap either, right? So
That's
if
why I stopped using it as well. I mean, so what Elastic IP will you do is at least it will
But
take that stress of having to remember where have I
IP
used
address.
this IP, where have I not? Did you get? And it makes it
Yes,
easier. I mean, but
yes,
at the end of the month, you are incurring the
yeah,
debt up to 30,000, sorry, 30 USD.
yeah.
You
But
know,
I mean,
and
if it's
this
30,
is
if it's 30 USD, it's not bad. I mean, the one I incurred when we're doing the AWS section of this was like $60.
that means you are not
And
stopping the server. If
I,
if
but
if
if it's
so I
for
was stopping the EC2 instances. It was not the EC2 instances that killed me. It was my I think it was my database. Something
uh,
else. I can sign into and check it again. But
It
it
was
was something that
RDS,
I didn't.
RDS.
Yes, it was RDS. That thing was just
okay.
it was not, it was just drinking the
Zapping you.
money.
It's
Yeah.
even
So
easier on AWS. Have you tried Azure Pipeline before? Lord have
but if
mercy.
it's Azure, there is like a cheat code that you can use. Like if you have access sharp, but it's a long process. If you have like
Mm,
Microsoft Administrator, you can get like a Microsoft certified trainer. So you can get like free Azure accounts pending
mhm.
like a year or 2 years before you can you
AWS
need.
too have free account. Yeah, but after even with free accounts, not all services are free.
Correct. That is correct. Yes. I mean,
You
you
know,
guys you guys are talking to someone who works for Microsoft every day. I'm actually going to Ignite this coming week in Chicago. That's Microsoft event. So we Microsoft provides you with dev tenants, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
with those development tenants, I mean you can spin up anything. But like
yeah.
Obafemi said, it's not everything is not free. There
it's
are
not
some
all
some
services
services
that
that
are
you
free.
no,
I
no,
know.
absolutely not.
AWS, I mean, even your EC2 on AWS, you only have 750 hours per month.
Correct. Yeah.
So if you like,
Yeah.
spin up 10 servers and leave all of
200
them
servers. No,
running.
you sabi.
One 750 hours click, man, you begin
You
to
will
count
start
from the
paying.
750 first minute.
Yeah.
You know it is automated. It is
And
only
your
alert
credit card
that
is
you
there.
will see.
Your card is there.
They just send you congratulations, we successfully debited your whatever for this week before you now holla. Whoa. I mean,
Yeah.
so it was one lady that came
Yeah.
to class 2 months ago and rake for me as though I was AWS that removed the that removed the money. You're a liar. You said AWS is not good. You can
Oh
imagine
no.
the embarrassment in class.
Yeah.
Oh
So,
Yeah.
my.
and you know one thing about me is I'm a very peaceful human being. I've interacted with a lot of people, right? And I'm married. So I have a lot of patience for anybody, stretch it to anywhere. I just allow her to rant and everything in class. Boom. And I said, so what happened? Share your screen and everything. This lady had load balancer
Hmm.
running from the day we did load balancer. From
Yeah.
the day they did load balancer in AWS. Not so, it was not even me, because it was Coach Murray that has been taking them
Yes.
AWS.
Mm.
But can you see? He had
Yeah.
load balancer running.
Running. Yeah.
So what we did was we terminated load balancer. And right there and there, I asked her to write support. Clicked on AWS support, wrote support. I told her what to put. Okay. Right there and there, because she's resident in the US, right there and there, she received a call. One from the voice you do, this is a very young front desk person. And the
Mhm.
person discovered, okay, yeah, I discovered that you removed your whatever, so we're going to apply the money back into your uh
God.
into your card, yeah, you know. And they returned everything back to her. I didn't know I had ninjas waiting for something to happen to turn it around. They were like,
But I feel as a cloud administrator, one skill you have to have is like resource management. Because if you are not, if you can't manage resources, Jesus, you will just go and kill yourself and kill the company.
True. And I know this is one thing Moye will not miss. Moye will not miss telling you once you are done, guys.
Delete.
When I actively teach AWS, before we leave class, you will see me one by one. When I ask you, I'm just waiting for you guys to say no more question. You see those load production servers, I'm taking them down. I only leave the workstation and the QA because we'll still need it when we get into DevOps. So right there in class, I don't waste time. I start deleting ASAP.
Okay, I just checked. It was my Elasticache that killed me. Elasticache. It wasn't.
Okay.
It was not RDS. It was Elasticache. So yeah, I left it for too long.
For me, I've been having series of issues. I'm juggling a lot of stuff, so I'm kind of like backward on some of the videos because I need to go back and rewatch and practice. So I'm just watching the videos as